Good to see you. Hello, Cuba. Hello, Shaded. Oh, welcome back, everybody. How all of you doing today? Ah, that's good to hear. That's good to hear. So, today, as you can see, we are on a special place. This is definitely not a blanket with a living room there on it. No, this is my living room. How are you all doing? I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. So, today we are reading Scary Spaghetti. Yes, creepypastas. For the pre-Halloween day. Yes. So, we'll be reading some creepypastas that were sent to me. Oh, wow! Wow, that's what I call an entrance. Wow, Norix! Welcome! Wow! That was a really good entrance. 10 out of 10. I can see you're pretty excited. Nice, that's nice. Thanks, Dad. I tried really hard. It was worth it. Very good, very good. So, today, since it's the pre-Halloween day, we have a new channel points gimmick. Yes. As you can see, we have 2 new rewards just for today. So let me explain how this works. For every treat, you will give me a candy. I have some candies here prepared for this. And at the end of the stream, I will eat all the candies that you chat will give me. And there's the trick, where you can take my candies. No explanation, only candy. Okay, we already have 1 candy. Questioning Momochi, is your co-host the flying spaghetti monster? Who's the flying spaghetti? Hello, Kamagod! Ah, welcome back! It's so good to see you again! Let me see, who's the flying spaghetti? Who's this? Flying spaghetti monster. Is the deity of the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster, the Pastafarianism. Oh my god, this is... Oh my god, it even looks like it has boobs. Oh my god! I never knew about this one. But Momo, you have never heard of the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Pastafarianism, the world's only religion. No, I never heard. Hello, brothers! Yes, I saw it's out, but as from what I heard, it's only on Epic, and I kinda have some I how can I say? Okay, I don't like Epic too much. The Epic Store, that's why. So I'm waiting for the game release on Steam. That's why. But be sure that I will give it a try when it releases on Steam. Don't worry. I have their Holy Scripture as an audiobook. Oh my god! I only know the 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 Holy Church of Pizza, not the Spaghetti Monster. Oh my God! Does it have an Penji? So he can be my co-hoster. Oh! It has. It has. I think. I don't know. Just a minute. Let me bring the co-hoster. Oh, it's a fake PNG. No, that's not fair. Okay, he will go here. Okay. This is the co-hoster. Flying spaghetti monster. I am scared of the flying spaghetti monster, but me, I am strongest camel god can beat the spaghetti god. Ooh, will there be a ultimate battle between camel god and flying spaghetti monster? Oh, thank you very much for the beats, Walter. Thank you. Oh my god, 10 beats. Wow. Thank you. Ah, and welcome back. How are you doing? It does look like it has boobas. Didn't told you? It's not the pizza god, but it's pretty close, so that's nice. That's nice too. So okay. I will read the first one that was sent to me. Momochi, you missed a treat redeem. Did I? Where? Where it is? Where it is? Where it is? Oh yeah, I did. Okay. One more treat. Here we go. I think I need to open the Twitch, the Twitch thingy to see the redeems. I don't want to miss any. Where it is? Ah, here we go. Okay. Now I open it. I can see it better. So what's with the candy? Ah, let me explain, Walter. So, this is a special channel redeem for today, the pre-Halloween day. For each, yes, for each candy that you saplings give me, I will eat them, all of them at the end of the stream. Yes. And the trick, you take off my candies. That's all. Hello, King Yayo. How you doing? Welcome. Maybe King Yayo saw the new redeem, so I could give you diabetes. Yes, but if I start to if I start to feel bad by eating the candies, I will stop. Don't worry. If you had enough to buy, choose what you draw, but you spend it all on candy. Yes, you can. This is not a reward trap to make you spend the points. No. That's not it. Just your impression. If I could, siblings, I would give you all of you some candy. But since I can't, at least we can do this, right? What happens if they do into the minuses? That's a good question. I was thinking about it. Maybe, I don't know. I know. If we go to the minuses, since it's a trick, we we can think of some kind of what's the name? Some there. Yes. You said you can choose something that I can do that the OS safety, and i- it's like a trick. Yes. I don't know if you understood what I meant. Okay, if it goes to minuses, your chat can choose uh how's the name? It's the from the game the truth or dare. I forgot the word. And don't worry, I forget the words even on my original language. So Momo goes into the sh- to the Shen. She has to give that many gift subs. A dare. Yes, you can choose a dare. Yes, it's a dare, right? I could give you seven candies or take then away. Yes, you can do anything you want, King Yayo. That's part of the Halloween party. Yes. Or scary spaghetti reading. And suddenly I can't give the gift subs. I could get you to the nice number. Technically, yes. Okay. New rule. You can't choose anything that is related to money. Okay. Okay, let me put music here. Ooh, so spoopy. Okay. So the this first one here, it's called psychosis. Eh, It was suggested by Pandora. Thank you very much for the suggestion, by the way. Okay. Sunday. I'm not sure why I'm writing this down on paper and not on my computer. But it's on a computer, so I don't know. Maybe someone copied it. Anyways, I guess I have just noticed some odd things. It's not that I don't trust the computer, I just need to organize my thoughts. I need to get down all the details somewhere objectives, somewhere I know that what I write can't be deleted or changed. Not that that's happened. It's just everything blurs together here, and the fog of memory lends a strange cast to things. It's not like someone can rewrite your page and put the, the rewrote page where you wrote it, but anyway. I'm starting to feel cramped in this small apartment. Maybe that's the problem. I just had to go and choose the cheapest apartment, the only one in the basement. The lack of windows down here makes day and night seem to slip by seamlessly. I haven't been out in a few days because I've been working on this programming project so intensively. I suppose I just want to get it done. Hours of sitting and staring at a monitor can make anyone feel strange, I know, but I don't think that's it. It's just like when you are a VTuber and you're doing streaming, you start to feel weird after hours of streaming. Oh my god, so many redeems! Let me see chat. Oh my god. Luckily, I have the thingy here. Okay, okay. I think. Oh my god! Someone was hoarding all those points. The funny part is the number increasing and the suspense music behind it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, I hope I have all these candies. As I said, don't worry, I have the counter here. He passed the funny number. By one! You passed it by one, King Ion! Narix, you just took one more. It's 68 now. Here we go! The funny number! Yay! Now the candies are even yummier and sweet. Yes. Here we go. 69. Oh my god. But as I said, at the end. Oh, Narix, String Avatar is not here right now. Ah.
Some more candies eu da culol, eu da culol, eu da culol, eu da culol, eu da culol.
Oh, thank you very much, Walter. Thank you very much for the baits. No, avatars is also fine. I just need the concept of war here. Oh, don't worry, Narax. Next stream, I will do the battle royale just for you. Don't worry. And thanks again for the beats. Quick Momochi connected the war with sapling assets. Oh, that's right. Here. I will put them on my head. Something like this.
Did someone say a what?
Hapshu! I will make it candies rain. Yeah! know the candies! How I turn this? No, so many candies! and that was the how is it? Resignation. Uh, Renex, how the war goes. That's actually a lot of cans. I hope they are not big. Don't worry, they are not. I have a full bag here. Don't worry. And thank you very much for the beats, Narax. Oh yeah. Okay, and then strongest enemy appears. Who will save us? This sapling, it's too strong. It's an eldritch horror. How can we be saved? No. Ah! Don't worry. I, Raiden, the Shogun Raiden, will save all of you who doesn't have visions. Pew pew. True. No, but I didn't even use my powers. Your powers of madness have no effect for the power of waifulness. Pew pew pew. No. Oh. Play. Hey. Yay! And everybody chatted it up. Yay! Raiden saved us! And so everybody was happy, even with no visions. And I still didn't do the quest of Inazuma, so I'm not sure how it goes. But this is my version, and that's okay. The end. Australian saplings? No, they are not kangaroos. Okay. No, back into the creepypasta. Okay. So this guy bought a small apartment with no windows and doors, and he's doing a programming project. I'm not sure when I first started to feel like something was odd. I can't even define what it is. Maybe I just haven't talked to anyone in a while. Almost like the pandemic. That's the first thing that crept up on me. Everyone I normally talk to online, while a program has been idle, or they have simply not logged on at all. My instant messages go unanswered. The last email I got from anybody was a friend saying he would talk to me when he got back from the store, and that was yesterday. Maybe I didn't look at the cables, and there was a cat who passed and took all the cables off. I would call with my cell phone, but reception's terrible down here. Yeah. That's it. I just need to call someone. I'm going to go outside. Even with no doors and windows on my apartment, but this is just a detail. Well, that didn't work so well. As the tingle of fear fades, I'm feeling a little ridiculous for being scared at all. I looked in the mirror before I went out. But I didn't shave the 2-day stubble I have grown, because I don't have a bathroom in my apartment. I just do everything in my bedroom. I figured I was just going out for a quick cell phone call. I did change my shirt though, because it was lunchtime, and I like to eat on my shirt because I don't have a blanket to eat on. And I guessed that I would run into at least one person I knew. That did end up happening. I wish it did. Now we just need a huge order to get it to 420. Oh my god, I don't know if I have so many candies like this. That many. Maybe eating a whole ice cream pot? No. Okay, saplings, new rule. If the candies reach 420, we'll think of something special to do later, okay? Don't worry, all the rewards will be given. So don't worry. When I went out, I opened the door to my small apartment slowly. A small feeling of apprehension had somehow already lodged itself in me for some indefinable reason. I chalked it up to having not spoken to anyone but myself for a day or two. And that's why, saplings, you need a waifu. Because if you feel lonely, at least you have a waifu. She will always be there to answer your calls, to talk to you, and do the tight pillow. Yeah, the tight pillow. You are threatening on dangerous grounds, Momochi. But it's fair, right? I mean, I'm sure I don't have 420 candies here. And even if I did, I think I would die eating so many candies. So that's why. I think it's fair. That's fair. Right? I peered down the dingy grey hallway, made dingier. Dingier! This is a funny word! Dingy, by the fact that it was a basement hallway. He's sleeping on a hallway? They. I think, yeah, they. I don't know if who's telling the story is a he. You would need to be a shark for that to replace your teeth, right? Or a new body to replace my body with diabetes. But as I said, don't worry, saplings. You can give as many candies as you want. Don't worry. Oh. Hello, Felvaid! Welcome back! Good to see you! We are reading Scary Spaghetti! And this one is called Psychosis. We live on a apartment hallway? Something like this, with no doors and no windows. On one end, a large metal door led to the building's furnace room. It was locked off, of course. Two dreaded soda machines stood by it. I bought a soda from one the first day I moved in, but it had a 2-year-old expiration date. I'm fairly sure nobody knows those machines are even down here, or my sheepy landlady just doesn't care to get them restocked. Oh my god, but who doesn't buy a soda from a machine for 2 years? Everybody likes machines! Vending machines! Anybody! If you have a kid, the kid will buy all the soda just because it's fun. At least I would do this. I would do this. You missed my spin to hit the nice number. there's there's still the 420. So far, Momochi has to eat 69 pieces of candy at the end of the string. Yes, yes. And if you will reach 420, I will do something special for you, saplings. That's a promise. But only if you will reach 420. Okay? I closed my door softly and walked the other direction, taking care not to make a sound. I have no idea why I chose to do that, but it was fun giving in to the strange impulse to not break the drowning hum of the soda machines. At least for a moment. I got to the stairwell and took the stairs up to the building front door. I looked through the heavy door's small square window and received quite a shock. It was definitely not lunchtime. City gloom hung over the dark street outside, and the traffic lights at the intersection in the distance blinked yellow. Dim clouds, purple and black from the glow of the city, hung overhead. Nothing moved, save the few sidewalk trees that shifted in the wind. I remember shivering, though I wasn't cold. Maybe it was the wind outside. I could vaguely hear it through the heavy metal door, and I knew it was that unique kind of late-night wind, the kind that was constant, cold, and quiet, save for the rhythmic music it made as it passed through countless unseen tree leaves. I decided not to go outside. I mean, you have a watch. You could have known it was night. Hello, Kaiser! Welcome! How you doing? Good to see you! My cat is being a sneezy boy, except in my face as well. Oh! But you can sniff all sniff the cat. And they sniff good. They smell good. Instead, I lifted my cell phone to the door's little window and checked the signal meter. The bars filled up the meter, and I smiled. So many little happiness. Time to hear someone else's voice. I remember thinking, relieved. It was such a strange thing to be afraid of nothing. I shook my head, laughing at myself silently. I hit speed dial for my best friend Amy's number and held the phone up to my ear. It rang once, but then it stopped. Nothing happened. I listened to silence for a good 20 seconds, then hung up. I frowned and looked at the signal meter again, still full. I went to dial her number again, but then my phone rang in my hand, startled me. I put it up to my ear. "Hello?" I asked, immediately find out a small shock at hearing the first spoken voice in days, even if it was my own. I had gotten used to the drowning hum of the building's inner workings, my computer, and the soda machines in the hallway. I even started to do some beatboxing without sounds, making hilarious music. And as you can hear, I wasn't very good at doing beatboxing. There was no response to my greeting at first, but then finally a voice came. "Hey! said a clear male voice, obviously of college age like me. Who's this? John, I replied, confused. Oh, sorry, wrong number, he replied, then hung up. Momochi drops the sticky bits. Yeah, pretty sick, in the bad way. Not entirely sure that was part of the creepypasta. Oh, the archer trade looks so fun. I hope you both have fun, Kaiser and Kiva. Yes, yes. Momo, are you messing with the original material? Just a bit, just a bit. Okay. I will not add anything. Okay. I will read it on the original. Sorry. Where was I? Okay, I found it. I lowered the phone slowly. You do you, Momochi. I'm being dramatic. Okay. If it's okay, so I will continue to add my touch-ups. This is Psychosis Momochi version. I lowered the phone slowly and leaned against the thick brick wall of the stairwell. That was strange. I looked at my received calls list, but the number was unfamiliar. Before I could think on it further, the phone rang loudly, shocking me yet again. This time, I looked at the color before I answered, and it was telemarketing. Good lurking, Kaiser! It was another unfamiliar number. It was really telemarketing, making me even pissed. But even if it was to hear an unfamiliar voice or any voice, I would answer. This time I held the phone up to my ear, but said nothing. I heard nothing but the general background noise of the phone. Then a familiar voice broke my attention. John? Wait a minute. John? Was a single word in Amy's voice. I breathed a sigh of relief. Hey, it's you! I replied. Who else would it be? She responded. Oh, that number. I am at a part of 7th Street, and my phone died just as you called me. This is someone else's phone, obviously. Oh, okay, I said. Where are you? She asked. My eyes glanced over the drab whitewashed cylinder block walls and the heavy metal door with its small window. Oh my god, the Felfire and Narix are plotting something! I wonder what is it? We have been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty, right? God damn it, I really hate those telemarketings. Even the telemarketing and the bots. The telemarket bots, I think they are even worse. Because if it's telemarketing done by someone, at least you have some pity towards the person who's calling, right? Because the person might is there because they need the money, they need to work to pay the rent, the bills. But if it's a bot, it's just a recording. It's horrible. You don't have pity towards who's calling. A treat! Here, whoops. Oh no, I lost. add here. Oh, and it went down. I think I added 2 by accident. Here we go. And the lucky number stays. Have you been injured at work that wasn't your fault? Ah, right. Here is usually, hey, what's your bank? It's horrible. It's like, hello, I am Laradi, and I want to know about your bank. Please give me your number. I mean, it's not like this, but something like this. It's horrible. Yes. Where was I? Oh, okay. At my building, I sighed, just feeling caught up. I didn't realize it was so late. You should come here, she said, laughing. That's how she laughed. Nah, I don't feel like looking for some strange place by myself in the middle of the night, I said, looking out the window at the silent, windy street that secretly scared me just a tiny bit. I think I'm just going to keep working or go to bed. No sense, she replied. I can come get you. Your building is close to 7th Street, right? How drunk are you? I asked lightheartedly. You know where I live. Oh, of course, she said abruptly. I guess I can't get there by walking, huh? You could if you wanted to waste half an hour, I told her. Right, she said. Okay, have to go. Good luck with your work. I lowered the phone once more, looking at the numbers flash as the call ended. Then the drowning silence suddenly reasserted itself in my ears. The 2 strange calls and the eerie street outside just drove home my loneliness in this empty Starwell. Perhaps from having seen too many scary movies, I had this suddenly inexplicable idea that something could look in the door's window and see me. Some sort of horrible entity that hovered at the edge of a loneliness, just waiting to creep up, or unsuspecting people that strayed too far from other human beings. I knew the fear was irrational. It's not irrational if you live in a violent city. But nobody else was around, so I jumped down the stairs and broke my toe. Just kidding. Ran down the hallway into my room and closed the door as swiftly as I could while still staying silent. Like I said, I feel a little ridiculous for being scared of nothing, and the fear has already faded. Writing this down helps me a lot. It makes me realize that nothing is wrong. It filters out half-formed thoughts and fears and leaves only cold, hard facts. It's late. I got a call from a unknown number, and Aim's phone died. I feel so sad about Aim's phone. I think I will go to the funeral of Aim's phone tomorrow. So she called me back from another number. Nothing strange is happening. Still, there was something a little off about that conversation. I know it could have just been the alcohol she had. Or was it even her that seemed off to me? Or was it? Yes, that was it. I didn't realize it until this moment. Write these things down. I knew writing things down would help me. She said she was at a party, but I only heard silence in the background. Of course, that doesn't mean anything in particular, as she could have just gone outside to make the call. No, that couldn't be either. I need to hear the wind. I need to see if the wind is still blowing. I know who's still blowing. Monday. I forgot to finish writing last night. Yeah, Momo, do you know it's me? Wait, what? Oh my god, Norex! You're still blowing. I mean, nothing wrong. It's pretty fun. Okay, let me continue. I'm not sure what happened to see when I ran up the stairwell and looked out the heavy door's window. I'm feeling ridiculous. Last night's fear seems hazy and invisible to me now. I can't wait to go into the sunlight. I'm going to check my mail, shave, shower, and finally get out of here. Wait, I think I heard something. Kabroom! How you do the thunder sound in English? Shazam? Shazam! It was thunder. That whole sunlight and fresh air thing didn't happen. I mean, it's just raining. It's still fresh. You can go out all in the rain. But yeah. If you live on a square rectangle, maybe a rectangle of apartment, and you don't have a bathroom, this is pretty bad. I went out into the stairwell and up the stairs, only to find disappointment. The heavy metal door, little window showed only flowing water, as torrential rain slammed against it. Oh, it is a torrential rain. Okay, that's bad. Only a very dim, gloomy light filtered in through the rain, but at least I knew it was daytime. Even if it was a grey, sickly, wet day, I tried looking out the window and waiting for lightning to illuminate the gloom, but the rain was too heavy and I couldn't make out anything more than vaguely weird shapes moving at odd angles in the waves washing down the window. Disappointed, I turned around, but I didn't want to go back to my room. Instead, I wandered further up the stairs, past the first floor and the second. The stairs ended at the third floor, the highest floor in the building. I looked through the glass that ran up the outer wall of the stairwell, but it was that warped, thick kind that scatters the light. Not there was much to see through the rain to begin with. Vaguely, basically the way you said it. The UA is silent though. Vaguely. Vagu. 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 I hope I said it right. Veggie. What you siblings are trying to make me say? I will not say vagana. I opened the stairwell door and wandered down the hallway. The 10 or so thick wooden doors, painted blue a long time ago, were closed. I listened as I walked, but it was the middle of the day. so I wasn't surprised that I heard nothing but the rain outside. As I stood there in the dim hallway, listening to the rain, I had the strange fleeting impression that the doors were standing like silent granite monoliths erected by some ancient forgotten civilization for some unfathomable guardian purpose. Oh wow! maybe they are eldritch doors. Nah, if they would be made by flesh. Nothing comes off the G, Momochi. Oh, it does come off the G. Going on. Lightning flashed, and I could have sworn that for just a moment the old grainy blue wood looked just like rough stone. I laughed at myself for letting my imagination get the best of me, but then it occurred to me that the dim gloom and lightning must mean that there was a window somewhere in the hallway. A vague memory surfaced, and I suddenly recalled that the third floor had an alcove and an inset window hallway down the floor's hallway. Alcove? Isn't this a cave underwater? Or am I crazy? What's an alcove? Alcove. Meaning. A small recessed section of a room. Ah, I see. It's a niche for in the wall. I see. Okay. At least this time Google didn't troll at me. God damn it, Momochi! Mom, lightly book that for me, please. Ouchie! Oh yeah. Not sorry, Norix, but today's string changes the idea to the very first idea. It will be too perfect. What is that exploding? Excited to look out into the rain and possibly see another human being, I quickly walked over to the alcove, finding the large thin glass window. Rain washed down it as with the front door's window, but I could open this one. I reached a hand out to slide it open, but hesitated. I had the strangest feeling that if I opened that window, I would see something absolutely horrifying on the other side. Everything's been so odd lately, so I came up with a plan, and I came back here to get what I needed. I don't seriously think anything will come of it, but I'm bored. It's raining, and I'm going stir crazy. I came back to get my webcam. The cord isn't long enough to reach the third floor by any means. Well, I think at that time there wasn't a cell phone like we have today, right? Okay. So instead, I'm going to hide it between the two soda machines in the dark end of my basement hallway. Run the wire along the wall and under my door, and put black duct tape over the wire to blend it with the black plastic strip that runs along the base of the hallway's walls. I know this is silly, but I don't have anything better to do, so I will spy on people who comes to the hallway. I'm really bored. I mean, I have internet and I could do anything on the internet. Like, I don't know, watch silly videos with silly dogs, but no, I will spy on my hallway. Well, Nothing happened. I propped open the hallway to stairwell door, stood myself, then flung the heavy front door wide open, and ran like hell down the stairs to my room and slammed the door. I watched the webcam on my computer intently, seeing the hallway outside my door and most of the stairwell. I'm watching it now, and I don't see anything interesting. I just wish the camera's position was different, so that I could see out the front door. Hey, somebody's online! I got out another less functional webcam that I had in my closet to video chat with my friend online. I couldn't really explain to him why I wanted to video chat, but it felt good to see another person's face. He couldn't talk very long, and we didn't talk about anything meaningful, but I feel much better. My strange fear has almost passed. I would feel completely better, but there was something odd about our conversation. I know that I have said that everything that has seemed odd, but still, he was very vague in his responses. Yes, I said it right now. Islam says we can have flying tanks next time, very soon. ah, truth is, I can't wait to see what both of you are plotting. I can't recall one specific thing that he said. No particular name or place or event. Or he did ask for my email address to keep in touch. Oh, but he did ask for my email address to keep in touch. Wait, I just got an email. I'm about to go out. I just got an email from Amy that asked me to meet her for dinner at the place we usually go to. I do love pizza, and I have just been eating random food from my poorly stocked fridge for days, so I can't wait. Again, I feel ridiculous about the odd couple of days I have been having. I should destroy this journal when I get back. Or, oh, another email! See, this is an authentic scary spaghetti. There's pizza. You got email. Then that brings me back. Right. I think nowadays emails is just to receive some spam or confirmation, registration confirmation, and junk. You got an AOL CD on your email. What? This is one of the scans, right? You can send a CD on email. But flying tanks will always be relevant. Halloween only comes once. What do you mean? Oh my god. And tanks are nice. I really love Matilda now. Nerex showed me Matilda. She's pretty cute. Oh my god. I almost left the mail and opened the door. I almost opened the door. But I read the email first. It was from a friend I hadn't heard from in a long time, and it was sent to a huge number of emails that must have been every person he had saved in his address list. It had no subject, and it said simply, "Seeing with your own eyes. Don't trust them. They..." What the hell is that supposed to mean? The words shocked me, and I kept going over and over them. It is a desperate mail sent just as something happened. The words are obviously cut off without finishing. On any other day, I would have dismissed this as spam from a computer virus or something, but the words, see with your own eyes. It's not like at the beginning of this story I was really afraid of about computers, and now I'm trusting the emails. I can see you, Proteg. I can see you. Flying tanks was fun. There was a bugged building board of tanks that would fly you across the map if you rubbed it. What? rubbing tanks on buildings. That's so lewd. Then make the tank a goddamn pumpkin then. Oh my god! Oh my god! Nurx, you just gave me the idea! Next Halloween, I will make a pumpkin tank! Oh, let me write that down. I want to make a pumpkin tank. Just a minute, let me write it down. I usually keep a notepad with all the ideas that I like that I want to do something. And a pumpkin tank is pretty much awesome. Here we go. Okay, that sound was cute as fuck. Flying tank versus Dorito. Whoa. Huh. I still think that Dorito would win. Alright, the water wheel in Run of Tanks, you could shove small tanks in it. That was a fun time. I wonder. But this sounds fun. Okay, let's get going. On any other day... okay, here. I can't help but read over this journal and think back on the last few days and realize that I have not seen another person with my own eyes or talked to another person face to face. The webcam conversation with my friend was so strange, so vague, so eerie. Now that I think about it, was it eerie? Or is the fear clouding my memory? My mind toys with the progression of events I have written here, pointing out that I have not been presented with one single fact, that I did not specifically given out unsuspectedly. The random wrong number that got my name and the subsequent strange return calls from Amy, the friend that asked for my email address. I messaged him first when I saw him online, and then I got my first email a few minutes after that conversation. Oh my god, that phone call with Amy! I said over the phone, I said that I was within half an hour's walk of 7th Street. They know I'm near there. What if they are trying to find me? Where's everyone else? Why haven't I seen or heard anyone else in days? No, this is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. I need to calm down. This madness needs to end. I don't know what to think. I run about my apartment furiously, this, holding my cell phone up to every corner to see if it got a signal through the heavy walls. Finally, in the tiny bathroom near one silly corner, I got a single bar. Holding my phone there, I sent a text message to every number in my list. Not wanting to betray anything about my unfounded fears, I simply sent, You seen anyone face to face lately? At that point, I just wanted any reply back. I didn't care what the reply was, or if I embarrassed myself. I tried to call someone a few times, but I couldn't get my head up high enough. And if I brought my cell phone down even an inch, it lost signal. Then I remembered the computer and rushed over to it, instant messaging everyone online. Most were idle or away from their computer. Nobody responded. They didn't have Discord at that time, huh? My messages grew more frantic, and I started telling people where I was and to stop by in person for a host of barely passable reasons. I didn't care about anything by that point. I just need to see another person. I also tore apart my apartment looking for something that I might have missed, some way to contact another human being without opening the door. I know it's crazy, I know it's unfounded, but what if? What if? I just need to be sure. I taped the phone to the sailing case. Just a little bit of water. Thursday. The phone rang! Exhausted from the last night's revenge, I must have fallen asleep. I woke up to the phone ringing and ran into the bathroom, stood on the toilet, and did a little dance, and flipped open the phone, tapped to the ceiling. It was Amy, and I feel so much better. She was really worried about me, and apparently has been trying to contact me since the last time I talked to her. She's coming over now, and yes, she knows where I am without me telling her. I feel so embarrassed. I'm definitely throwing this journal away before anyone sees it. I don't even know why I'm writing in it now. Maybe it's just because it's the only communication I have had at all since God knows when. I look like hell too. I looked in the mirror before I come back in here. My eyes are sunken, my stubble is stickier, and I just look generally unhealthy, and I'm sticking because I didn't take a shower in days. There's some flies flying over me. The phone rang, throws it out of the window. This is the next Apple creation, don't worry. Hello, Nasaventes! Welcome back, good to see you. How are you doing? Try not to shatter the mirror. Right. He must look pretty bad. Trick or treat. Treat. Right, no seven tests. Today we have some special channel points. Trick or treat. You can give me a treat, or you can give me a candy, or take off my candy, and at the end of the stream, I will eat all the candies that you saplings give me. I shall defend the nice lover. A trick! Here we go! One less! And one more, and we are back to the lucky number! Wow, today really is the sapling wars. So exciting. Right. And I'm reading the creepypasta, Psychosis. Let me just take some water. I feel justified in my redeeming that despite the lack of saplings that oh, that's good. But as I said, don't worry. Next time I will still do the sapling wars. The second part. My apartment is trashed, but I'm not going to clean it up. I really like to live in trash. It's my element. I think I need something else to see what I have been through. These past few days have not been normal. I am not one to imagine things. I know I have been the victim of extreme probability. I probably missed seeing another person a dozen times. I just happened to go out when it was late at night, or the middle of the day when everyone was gone. Everything's perfectly fine. I know this now. Plus, I found something in the closet last night that has helped me tremendously. Inflatable doll! Just kidding, a television. I set it up just before I wrote this, and it's on in the background. Television has always been an escape for me, and it reminds me that there's a world beyond these dingy bricked walls. Oh my god, drawing redeem! Fuck it, skim time, let's go. With my sapling pop out of the flying tank while piloting it. You are spared from a sugar overdose this time. That's pretty cool, Felf. Don't worry, I will do your request, don't worry. It will take a little bit of time, but don't worry, I will do it. Okay, Norax is first, and Felvoy is the second on the readings. Next time, I will do a status for you to follow here on the page, so you will know where you are on the readings. Part 2, Revenge of the Saplings. It was either that scheme from me and Norks, or my boring idea of saplings around the fire for story time. Oh, that's so cute. Well, Fav, you can always have all the requests for drawing. You just need to hoard the points. Inflatable doll. This helps too. I mean, if you have, there are those dolls from Japan that they look like people. Yes, and they're pretty well made. But I don't know if they help you with your loneliness, or after a certain time it will just look like creepy. Because can you imagine that doll starting to move by itself? Is that a spider trying to get onto your head? No, the spider is on the background. Don't worry, the spider will not eat me. See? The spider can't hurt me. And I like spiders. So don't worry. I hope they like me too. You have done well, Fab. You have done well. I will use my unparalleled experience as redacted to see if I can get the campfire idea made somehow. As I said, the drawing request is always open, so there is always a next time. Don't worry, don't worry. Hello, Nergu! Welcome back! Good to see you! We are reading some scary spaghetti. This one is called Psychosis. Spooky fettuccine! Yes! Scary spaghetti, spooky fettuccine, and horror lasagnas. Reminds me of a scene from the anime when they were disguised as a teddy bear and was offered a carrot, which then they ate, which freaked everyone out. Oh my god! This reminds me of another anime too. I don't remember the name, but the protagonist could transform into basically a Freddy from Five Nights at Freddy's. I remember that I didn't wanted to watch that because it was freaking. It was too freak. I hated that, especially because he transforms back into human by melting the suit. Yes, melting the suit. Yes, yes, it was horrible. Frightful fettuccine, gnawing notice, and all sorts of creepy pastas. Oh no, I said the name normal. Ah! Honestly, my sapling out of the top of flying tank turn sounds like a potential PFP as well. Yes, yes. When I start to do your drawing, Favori, I will ask something for you. So, yeah, yes. Loathsome lasagnas. What's a loathsome? Teddy bears don't eat the carrots. Hey! I mean... Freddy! I mean, they eat people, not carrots, but... Anyways! Praise be Discord server profile, so I don't have to explain my creeping addiction to VTubers to friends. Scary! Ah, yeah! Scary! Little linguini! Fart of farfalle. Ah, 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 ah. Terror tortellini! This is it's starting to sound like a Italian restaurant in Halloween. A Halloween Italian restaurant. Yes. Terrifying tiramisus, ravishing raviolis, voracious vermicelli. Norex, at this point I'm sure you opened the pasta listing and you are finding which pasta to say. Wait a minute, let me try this, let me try. Painful painy. That was horrible. Ravishing love ravioli. What's ravishing? No, much. I live in Germany. This is the variety of pasta I have in my cupboard. Germans have a strong liking of pasta, second only to Italians, surprisingly. Wow, I didn't know! I know this is... how can I say? Usually the German restaurants around here, they don't have pasta on their menu. So yes. I never thought about this. Totemic tagliatelle. Totemic tartaglia. You know how hard it was to resist getting 125 more candies though? Yes, I wonder. Well, yeah, pasta are part of German cuisine. Yes. I mean, but nowadays I think every country eats pasta. I think it's the most consumed food, right? You could be almost halfway to 420. We just make the Italian way if made the German way. Noodles are stuffed with meat and part of a soup. Oh, so the sauce is more like a soup. Perdicious porpetone. Oh, well, here it is. Moustache. Well, what's this? Moustache. What's this? Ah! It's almost like a ravioli. Oh, looks good. Yeah, it's almost a ravioli. It's kinda a ravioli that looks like a lasagna. Oh, so looks good, looks good. Ah! Ah, thank you very much, Kiva. First blood. In the states, the north eats a lot of pasta, while the south eats more rice. Oh, I didn't know. Wow, you gotta make Momochi hungry enough to eat all those candies. I didn't know. Usually when I hear about American cuisine, I think it's pretty rare where I heard them eating rice. Usually it's more the Japanese people that eats rice. That's pretty interesting. Okay, okay, let's get back. Let me take some water. I am glad Amy is the only one that responded to me after last night's frantic pestering of everyone I could contact. She's been my best friend for years. She doesn't know it, but I count the day that I met her among one of the few moments of true happiness in my life. I remember that warm summer day fondly. It seems a different reality from this dark, rainy, lonely place. I feel like I spend days sitting in that playground, much too old to play, just talking with her and hanging around doing nothing at all. I still feel like I can go back to that moment sometimes, and it reminds me that this damn place is not all that there is. Finally, a knock on the door! I just pictured America deep frying everything. Yes, yes, basically this. I watched a television program once about no, yes, about a food competition, and that basically was how we can fry everything, and they tried to even fry a piece of butter. Just see how it goes. Omochi, you familiar risotto? Lots of places eat plenty of rice, even the pasta people. Yes, 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 I really love risotto. I even do this when it's holidays. I think I will do some risotto on this holiday. Holiday, yeah. Knock knock, who's there? The cold! I don't know if there's this joke in English. Don't you mean burning holy fire? Calm down, Sam. We still don't know who is on the door. Greece has a lot of rice dishes. Oh, I never noticed. Rice is big in the south like jambalaya, and stuff they do is still eat their pasta, but pasta is more the focus of for the north where people needed long-lasting shelfing foods, while the south could actually grow rice. But just be how it is. I see. Wow, that's pretty interesting. I saw a video of someone trying to deep fry twinkles. I think nowadays everybody try to fry everything. It's like that stone ice cream stone. I don't know if you know what it is. They basically drops everything on a stone that's pretty cold and do ice cream from that stone. I mean, with deep fried butter, twinkles, hell, I tried deep frying toast, bad idea. And then egg, even worse idea. A deep fried egg is a bad idea? It's not! Make a boiled egg, then do the coat and deep fry it. It's good, it's good. If you crack a cold egg into a hot deep fryer, you are gonna have a bad time and the fryer will try to kill. Yeah, well, don't do with a cold egg. That's really a bad idea. But you can do a deep fried egg and it's good. And the deep frying toast it's good too. I don't know. Next time, try do this. Take the bread. That bread that's more or less hard because it's old. Put it on a beaten egg and then fry it. Put some. You can eat either salt or sweet. So you decide which one you want. And ta-da! Deep fried toast. It's pretty good. Halfway through string. 10% of first story. Welcome to the tea party, Hajime. I don't know how to read this kanji. Sorry. But, hello. Welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for the follow, Hajime. But chat engagement is through the roof somehow, yes. And I really love to talk to you, chat. Make scrambled eggs and batter. And fry them so it's like popcorn chicken, except chunks of scrambled egg. Yes, this one too. A redeem! Okay, let me take my apron. I don't know if you can see my apron. Because it's hidden behind the book. But here it is. Okay. I will not mess with the counter. It was pretty fast. Okay. Let's continue. Who's behind the door? I thought it was odd, and I couldn't see her through the camera hid between the two soda machines. I figured that it was bad positioning, like when I couldn't see out the front door. I should have known. After the knock, I yelled through the door jokingly that I had a camera between the soda machines. Because I was embarrassed myself that I had taken this paranoia so far. After I did that, I saw her image walk over to the camera and look down at it. She smiled and waved. "Hey," she said to the camera brightly, giving me a wary look. "It's weird, I know!" I said into the mic attached to my computer. I have had a weird few days. "Must have," she replied. "Open the door, John." I hesitated. How could I be sure? Hey, humor me a second here," I told her through the mic. "Tell me one thing about us. Just prove to me you are you." She gave the camera a weird look. Right," she said slowly, thinking. "We met randomly at a playground when we were both way too old to be there." I sighed. deeply as reality returned and fear faded. God, I would have been so ridiculous. Of course it was Amy. That day wasn't anywhere in the world except in my memory. I would never ever mention it to anyone, not out of embarrassment, but out of a strange secret nostalgia and a longing for those days to return. If there was some unknown force at work trying to trick me as I feared, there was no way they could know about that day. Ha ha ha! Alright, I will explain everything, I told her. Be right there! Look down at the camera? Yes, yes, earlier or protect from his paranoia, he installed a web camera behind a soda machine that is on the corridor, on the hallway that leads to his apartment. I'm not sure why he did this, but he did. I think he wanted to see anyone passing there. Haha, ha, return of the evil Momochi! What do you mean? I'm not evil. I just do fun things. I mean, don't do evil things, sir, please. That's bad. I ran to my small bathroom and fixed my hair as best I could. I looked like hell, but she would understand, snickering at my own unbelievable behavior and the mess I would make of the place. I walked to the door. I put my hand on the doorknob and gave the mess one last look. So ridiculous, I thought. My eyes traced over the half-eaten food lying on the floor, the overflowing trash bin, and the bed I would tip it on to the side looking for God knows what, and the bottle of piss that I have been holding for all those days just to drink it later. I almost turned to the door and opened it, but my eyes fell on one last thing, the old webcam, the one I used for that eerie vacant chat with my friend. I might lay down, hopefully I won't fall asleep, but getting nauseous from getting up too early. And that's 11 a.m. is too early. Oh, oh, go lay down, Felvair. Take care. And thank you very much for joining the stream and for the redeem. Yes. Its silenced black sphere lay haphazardly. Its silenced black sphere lay haphazardly tossed to the side. Its lens pointed at the table where this journal lay. An overwhelming terror took me as I realized that if something could see through that camera, it would have seen what I just wrote about that day. I asked her for any one thing about this, and she chose the only thing in the world that I thought they or it did not know. But it did! It didn't know! It could have been watching me the whole time! It didn't open. I didn't open the door. I screamed in uncontrollable terror. I stomped on the old webcam on the floor. The door shook, and the doorknob tried to turn, but I didn't hear Amy's voice through the door. Was the basement door made to keep out drafts too thick? Or was Amy not outside? What could have been trying to get in, if not her? What the hell is out there? I saw her on my computer through the camera outside. I heard her on the speakers through the camera outside, but was it real? How can I know? She's gone now! I screamed. I shouted for help. I piled up everything in my apartment against the front door. I always call it a door handle. Handle and knobs. I didn't even think about this. Froggy door? I don't think you can touch the frog to open the door. That's not healthy for the frog. Poor frog. Oh, someone's in love. This is not paranoia. It's because he's in love and he's too nervous to talk to Amy. Gotta kiss the frog, right? Oh my god, this reminds me of that there was a time where licking doorknobs was a fetish, and everybody did this. I think there was someone who caught COVID by doing this, by the way. Not healthy. Friday. At least, I think that's it, Friday. I broke everything electronic. I smashed my computer to pieces. Now I am unemployed because I am a programmer. Every single thing on there could have been accessed by network access, or worse, altered. I'm a programmer, I know. Every little piece of information I gave out since this started, my name, my email, my location, none of it came back from outside until I gave it out. I've been going over and over what I wrote. I have been pacing back and forth, alternating between stark terror and overpowering disbelief. Sometimes I am absolutely certain some phantom entity is dead set on the simple goal of getting me to go outside. Back to the beginning with the cell phone call from Amy, she was effectively asking me to open the door and go outside. I keep running through it in my head. One point of view says I have been acted like a madman, and all of this is the extreme convergence of probability that going outside at the right times by pure luck, never seeing anyone, never seeing another person by pure chance, getting a random nonsense mail from some computer virus at just the right time. The other point of view says that extreme convergence of probability is the reason that whatever's out there hasn't gotten me already. I keep thinking, I never opened the window on the third floor. I never opened the front door until that incredibly stupid stunt with the hidden camera, after which I ran straight to my room and slammed the door. I haven't opened my own solid door since I flung open the front door of the building. Whatever's out there, if anything's out there, never made an appearance in the building before I opened the front door. Slap the door. It's the waifu door. Psh. Maybe the reason it wasn't in the build already was that it was elsewhere, getting everyone else, and then it waited until I betrayed my existence by trying to call Amy, a call which didn't work until it called me and asked me my name. Terror literally overwhelms me every time I try to fit the pieces of this nightmare together. That mail, shot, cut off. Was it from someone trying to get word out? Maybe this is Amy trying to do a surprise party for the protag, and he's just, oh my god, what's out there? No! So, Momochi is now slapping the waifus? Not in a bad way, in a good way. Never mistreat your waifus. Just love slaps and folding. Yes, only love slaps. Some friendly voice desperately trying to warn me before it came? Seeing with my own eyes, don't trust them. Exactly what I have been so suspicious of. It could have masterful control of all things electronic, practicing its insidious deception to trick me into coming outside. Why can't I get in? It knocked on the door. It must have some solid presence, the door. The image of those doors in the upper hallway as guardian monoliths flashes back in my mind every time I trace this path of thoughts. If there is some phantom entity trying to get me to go outside, maybe it can get through doors. I keep thinking back over all the books I have read or movies I have seen, trying to generate some explanation for this. Doors have always been such intense faulty of human imagination, always seen as wards or portals of special importance. Or perhaps the door is just too thick? Is the door my waifu now? I know that I couldn't bash through any of the doors in this building, let alone the heavy basement ones. Aside from that, the real question is, why does it even want me? If it just wanted to kill me, it could do it any number of ways, including just waiting until I starve to death. What if it doesn't want to kill me? What if it has some far more horrific fate in store for me? God, what can I do to escape this nightmare? A knock on the door. Hope there's no love stabbing or being in trouble. No love stabbing. Just friendship stabbing! Yay! Now I want to see why you want to slap at the door now. Yes, when it's too thick, the urge to love slap it is pretty high. I told the people on the other side of the door I need a minute to think and I will come out. I'm really just writing this down so I can figure out what to do. At least this time I heard their voices. By paranoia, and yes, I recognize I'm being paranoid, has me thinking of all sorts of ways that their voices could be faked electronically. There could be nothing but speakers outside, simulating human voices. Did it really take them 3 days to come talk to me? Amy is supposedly out there, along with 2 policemen and a psychiatrist. Maybe it took them 3 days to think of what to say to me. The psychiatrist claims could be pretty convincing. If I decide to think this has all been a crazy misunderstanding and not some entity trying to trick me into opening the door. This music is too groovy, let me change it. I need a more spoopy. The psychiatrist had an older voice, authoritarian but still caring. I liked it. I sat there all day just hearing him talking through the door. I am desperate just to see someone with my own eyes. He said I have something called cyberpsychosis, and I'm just one of the nationwide epidemic of thousands of people having breakdowns triggered by a suggestive mail that go through somehow. I swear he said got through somehow. I think he means spread through 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 throughout the country inexplicably, but I'm incredibly suspicious that the entity slipped up and revealed something. He said I am part of a wave of emergent behavior, that a lot of other people are having the same problem with the same fears, even though we have never communicated. Oh my god, man! That neatly explains the strange email about eyes that I got. I didn't get the original triggering email. I got a descendant of it. My friend could have broken down too and tried to warn everyone he knew against his paranoid fears. That's how the problem spreads, the psychiatrist claims. I could have spread it too, with my texts and instant messages online to everybody I know. One of those people might be melting down right now after being triggered by something I said to them. Something they might interpret any way that they want. Something like a text seeing anyone face to face lately. The psychiatrist told me that he didn't want to lose another one. That person like me are intelligent, and that's our downfall. We draw connections so well that we draw them even when they shouldn't be there. He said it's easy to get caught up in paranoia in your fast-paced world. I constantly change place where more and more of our interaction is simulated. I had to give him one thing. It's a great explanation. It neatly explains everything. It perfectly explains everything, in fact. I have every reason to shake off this nightmarish fear that something or consciousness or being out there wants me to open the door so it can capture me for some horrible fate worse than death. It would be foolish, after hearing that explanation, to stay here until I starve to death, just to spite the entity that might have got everyone else. It would be foolish to think that, after hearing that explanation, I might be one of the last people left alive on an empty world, hiding in my secure basement room, speeding some unthinkable deceptive entity just by refusing to be captured. It's a perfect explanation for every single strange thing I have seen and heard. And I have every reason in the world to let all of my fears go and open the door. And that's exactly why I'm not going to. How can I be sure? How can I know that what's real and what's deception? All of these damn things with their wires and their signals that originate from some unseen origin. They are not real. I can't be sure. Signals through camera, faked videos, deceptive phone calls, emails, TikTok videos, even the television lying broken on the floor. How can I possibly know it's real? It's just signals, waves, lights, the door. It's bashing on the door. It's trying to get in. What insane mechanical contrivance could be using to simulate the sound of my attack my head would so well? At least I will finally see it with my own eyes. There's nothing left in here for it to deceive me with. I have been ripped apart everything else. It can't deceive my eyes, can it? See with my own eyes, don't trust then. Wait! Was that desperate message telling me to trust my eyes? Or warning me about my eyes too? Oh my god, what's the difference between a camera and my eyes? They both turn lights into electric signals, they are the same. I can be deceived, I have to be sure. Even my neurons have electronic signals. Date unknown. I calmly asked for paper and a pen, then in and then out, until it finally gave them to me. Not that it matters. What I'm going to do? Poke my ass out? The bandits feel like part of me now. The pain's gone. I figure this will be one of my last chances to write legibly as, without my sight to correct mistakes. My hands will slowly forget the emotions involved. This is a sort of self-indulgence. This writing is a relic of another time, because I'm certain everyone left in the world is dead, or something far worse. So speaking of drinkies, my mom and aunt made bring my grandma a shot of fireball. Oh my god! Is she alright? My grand loved it. Oh, that's nice. I sit against the padded wall day in and day out. The entity brings me food and water. It masks itself as a kind nurse, as an sympathetic doctor. I think it knows that my hearing has sharpened considerably now that I live in darkness. It fakes conversations in the hallways on the off chance that I might overhear. One of the nurses talks about having a baby soon. One of the doctors lost his wife in a car accident. None of it matters. None of it is real. None of it gets to me, not like she does. That's the worst part. The part I almost can't handle. The thing comes to me, masquerading as Amy. Its recreation is perfect. It sounds exactly like Amy, feels exactly like her. It even produces a reasonable smile. What's this word? Facsimile of tears that it makes me feel on its lifelike cheeks. When it first dragged me here, it told me all the things I wanted to hear. It told me that she loved me, that she had always loved me, that it didn't understand why I did this. That we could still have a life together, if only I would stop insisting that I was being deceived. I wanted me to believe. No, it wanted me to believe. No, it needed me to believe that she was real. I almost fell for it. I really did. I doubted myself for the longest time. In the end, though, it was all too perfect, too flawless, and too real. The false Amy used to come every day and then every week, and finally stopped coming altogether. But I don't think the entity will give up. I think the waiting game is just another one of its gambits. I will resist it for the rest of my life if I have to. I don't know what happened to the rest of the world, but I don't know that this thing needs me to fall for its deceptions. If it needs that, then maybe, just maybe, I am a thorn in its agenda. Maybe Amy is still alive out there somewhere, kept alive only by my will to resist the deceiver. I hold on to that hope. Oops, I hold on to that hope, rocking back and forth in myself to pass the time. I will never give in. I will never break. I am a hero that stands here doing nothing and being a thorn on some entity's plan, right? Jackie Daniels Tennessee Fireball. Better than Fireball. More cinnamon whiskey than just a cinnamon sugar vodka taste. Plus less gut rot. I never drank, so I don't know how it is. But I hope it's good. It's too real to be true. Right? Just a minute. The doctor read the paper the patient had scribed on. It was barely readable, written in the shaky script of one who could not see. He wanted to smile at the man's steadfast resolve, a reminder of the human will to survive. But he knew that the patient was completely delusional. After all, a sane man would have fallen for the deception long ago. The doctor wanted to smile. He wanted to whisper words of encouragement to the delusional man. He wanted to scream, but the nerve filaments wrapped around his head and into his eyes made him do otherwise. His body walked into the cell like a puppet and told the patient once more that he was wrong, that there was nobody trying to deceive him. The end. Oh my god, this is a story. Wait a minute. It was just he was just delusional, right? The doctor wanted to smile. He wanted to whisper words of encouragement to the delusional man. He wanted to scream, but the nerve filaments wrapped around his head and into his eyes made him to do otherwise. His body walked into the cell like a puppet and told the patient once more that he was wrong and nobody was trying to deceive him. Huh. No, I'm not sure if they really took him or he's just cray at a mental institution. Yeah, but it's his POV, so I see. Yeah, I think the protege was delusional all along. But this final part, I'm not really sure now. The idea is to be ambiguous. I see. So everybody, this was the psychosis creepypasta. I hope you liked it. It was a really good one. I liked it. More because of the ending. It makes a little ambiguous if the man was if it was true or not. Who knows? Okay, so it took more time than I expected. Wow. But it was pretty fun. Okay. So let's go to the another creepypasta. This one was sent by Norax. This one's called The Man Who Ate Ghosts. So let's go. Let me see one thing here. Oh, I think this is the last creepypasta I will read today. You underestimate chat's ability to help derail everything. Yes! But don't worry. This is what makes streaming fun. I really love to read the chat. Okay. The days all started with a briefing room, a wall-to-wall palette of aged pastel and stark hospital greyness. In the center of our little room, an oval-shaped table dominated the space, with every seat filled with a tired nurse. From one of the windows, a bar of morning light often slipped stubbornly past the shutters. It was this therapy room where we discussed things such as the population of our current patients, and whenever to up or down their medications. In a working environment prone to shifting each and every day, such meetings were vital to maintain the facility's pulse. As I sipped my morning coffee and slid the bitter warmth down my throat, I could not help but eye the newest face of our staff, a young man with a sharp, short haircut and a stony, unsmiley face. Alec Barnes, a pest. A frugal, through the entirety of our meetings, he could never just keep quiet, to sit and listen as we resolved any daily conflicts. No, he had to chime in at every moment he could, bringing everything to a grinding halt to interject with, "I have to disagree. Well, where I come from, we did this. If I could just stop you there." A pest, indeed. Every clinic had at least one of his sort, fresh out of college, hungry to get out there and fill out the unit they would soon be running. We affectionately referred to them as Weisenheimers, those who can do no wrong, instant rituals of the field. Speaking of the railing, did you know warm water strengthens the vocal wards? That's why tea time is perfect for gossips. Oh, that right. That explains why on every tea time there are lots of gossips. Oh, that makes sense. Maybe someday I will start to drink tea on streams and then it will truly be a tea party. Who needs dealing with an upset stomach when there's Beelzebub cabbage? Beelzebub cabbage. The jam. The best one for the upset stomachs. These people were easy enough to spot. Postures tense with self-conviction, nodding punchily as you speak to them, as though as though already knowing what you are about to say, and that you are simply moving too slow for their patience. And you, only you, are the one doing things wrong. I can still recall one in particular, a young know-it-all who had become a nuisance during our labs and clinicals, shattering on how we would be doing everything correctly and not by the book. That's it. Until one day I would spied the bag of dopamine she would secured for a patient train itself into their sheets. The sheets! Never faster had I seen one's face flush so red. And what happens to all that self-importance after moments like this? They are jettisoned out, left to the scorn of those they would obviously reprimanded. And you can bet your bottom dollar Alec Barnes will get his eventually. Reality has a way of compressing our egos. I'm considering it honestly. Thursday tea parties! Oh my god, like a just chat where Momochi drinks tea and talks to chat? That's not a bad idea. We can sample a few blends of tea. That's pretty fun. I would still be down for like 50 minutes at the start or end of everything where it's just tea time. Oh, as a Brit, I approve the tea drinking. That's interesting. I will think of a way to add this to the strings. I like your ideas. I really like it. Thanks. After the meeting has finished and the charge nurse has assigned our patients loads for the days, I set out to complete my daily tasks. Within the confines of our 25-bed unit, our patients mostly consisted of those recovering from injury, whenever accidental or purposely inflicted. Attempted suicide was a frequent conviction here, and most patients were more of a danger to themselves than others. That being said, there were always those we had to be wary of. In my years as a psychiatrist nurse, I've been kicked, scratched, beaten, punched, and for the better half of the day, verbally threatened. And even slapped in the butt. Still, I never let it sodden my spirits, no matter how much saliva or curses were hawked at me. Contrary to how social media or cinematic horrors may portray them, psychiatrists' wards are not twisted places littered with crazies. They are places of healing, of elevation, a haven for those physically alive, but internally tormented. Yes, some kicked and shrieked in the halls until their throats split, but a good deal had a much quieter, unseen pain. That was why I was there, to help ease the cold terrors of their futures, and for the case of our newest arrival, Roland Boulet would become my next big project. It was raining on the night they brought him in. I spied him rolling on a stretcher, his cold face wet and dripping, his eyes flickered with tranced consciousness, perhaps barely grasping the shapes and sounds around him. For a moment we actually held each other's gaze as he was whisked away to the intensive care unit. 10 paper clips, 8 marbles, and 5 drywall nails. Those were the objects removed from Miss Bolet's stomach. Oh my god, how he survived! 5 drywall nails! This could make a hole on your stomach. And you know there's this stomach where you store acid. God damn it! Oh my god! He was he was diagnosed with pica, an uncommon disorder in which one has an urge to ingest inedible objects, though one this severe was especially rare. And chat, you know what pica means in Portuguese? It means pee-pee! So chat, today you learned a word in Portuguese, in Brazilian Portuguese, pica. Say that to your friends. Encompassing that fact, he would also be diagnosed with depressive disorder, severe anxiety, and post-traumatic stress. Should I come to Brazil? You can, but be especially careful with Rio de Janeiro. It's not safe. I mean, be especially careful anywhere. But Rio de Janeiro is worse. We still on the first story? No, we are on the second story that you sent me, Norax. We are on The Man Who Ate Ghosts. A true modern day horror story. You have anxiety. The end. I mean, the last one was paranoia with electronics. So yes. It's a modern horror story. When you say Rio de Janeiro, don't you mean hell on earth? Yes. Almost. Yeah, it's hell on earth. When it's the peak of the summer, it can reach 40 or 45 degrees. It's pretty bad. Pretty bad. Would like to see carnival though. The carnival, it's pretty nice. If you someday you want to come to really come to Brazil, what I suggest is, if you want to go to Rio de Janeiro, be really careful because the violence there is pretty high. But you can go to São Paulo, who has some where it has carnival too. There is the carnival, how you say, I forgotten the name in English. Desfile. I forgot the name. In São Paulo, there is the same event that has on Rio de Janeiro, and it's a little bit safer. So yes, that's my suggestion. I die at 30 degrees, so that's a no for me. Yes, I die at the 45 degrees. By the way, I do wear shorts at 4 degrees. Oh wow, that's really. we only wear shorts when it's like, I think if 25, I think it's enough. Okay, let's continue. Despite my history in the psychiatry field, I could not help but feel woefully unprepared for him, if only I had even the slightest clue. I stopped at Mr. Bowles' door, surveyed my notes once more, and carefully let myself inside. The room was reminiscent of a college dorm, with a single window providing a glass view of the parking lot. Mr. Boyle was awake and currently hunched over his table, a wideness of hanging, stringy hair covering his face. His legs were crossed at the ankles, both shoelaces removed. He appeared to be writing vigorously into a crossword puzzle with one of our rubber ballpoint pens. I knocked slightly against the door, which prompted him to turn towards me. Good morning, Miss Boyle. I smiled as I introduced myself. How are you doing today? From out of the mesh of hair, a thin face stared back at me, giving a look I would describe only as a tight-lipped vacancy. Eyes wide as possible, but not quite focused. He appeared somewhere north of his 40s. From across his chin and up his cheeks, a scattering of scars was etched into his features. Possibly self-harm, my thoughts mused. I continued the greeting. My name is Jason. I am one of the registered nurses here and ensure everything is alright, and that your time with us is a good one. Is there anything I can help you with? His eyes held tired water between them, inspecting me up and down, trying to get a read on me as I was him. His mouth then pulled into a small grin, which humbled the stretch marks. You have piano fingers. I'm sorry? I asked, caught off guard by his statement. He lifted his head and flexed his fingers. Piano fingers. Father had them too. He used to play all the time in his office, mostly the Ginopedias and Ted of Chopin. Do you play at all? Despite his craggy appearance, his voice carried a genuine playfulness behind it. Not at all! Not at all! Not at all! I chuckled. My mother had one of her friends give me lessons when I was younger, but unfortunately none of them stuck. Yes, Mrs. Brown was an avid teacher of the arts, but now I could only remember the reek of Bonnie Brat carrying her breath. Anyhow, it was nice officially meeting you. Please don't hesitate to let me know if you need anything. We'll do everything we can to help. Of course, he answered, rubbing a finger along his scarf-fringed chin. Let me see, chat. It doesn't snow on average from October through April. I got hypothermia from doing that at 40 degrees low. Yeah, this year was lucky and almost to November and no snow yet. Bro, 40 is like prime weather, it's perfect for warm. It's currently 6 out and I still bring my dog out in Crocs and shorts. It do be a little chilly out not much longer and I need my sweatshirt mostly when it hits snow and ice range. I don't even wear a proper insulated winter jacket at minus 30. For the past 6 years I always wore my leather back jacket, which once it's cold, it stays cold. Oh my god! I know! I really love the cold weather. All the nice clothes and so fluffy. But since I'm pretty used with the warmer weather. I don't know if I could stand so much cold. It was not long before I realized the true extent that Mr. Boyle needed to be monitored. From the television room, he would pluck out the power button, as well as both volume buttons from the remote, and swallow their small plastic bodies. From his bathroom, he would twist the cap of one of the soap dispensers and negotiate it down his throat. And before we could catch it, he would already swallowed the flaxy pen we would give him for his crosswords. As arrangements were made to have them removed, we mulled over different treatment options for his condition. In most cases, pica was caused by an iron deficiency in the body, leaving it craving something to replenish the lacking minerals. Therefore, we prescribed him an iron supplement. After a few weeks of the dosage, 2 tablets a day, and an iron-rich diet, his pining for non-food items has constantly lessened. I was ecstatic about the progress, fully convinced that before long his symptoms could be entirely gone. Unfortunately, I would come to find out we were only scratching the surface of Roland Boyle. Look, I would give you and keep a 27 seconds tops at minus 30 with a wind chill making it feel like minus 50. Oh my god! Hell, I could barely stand 2 minutes although it was frostbite on flesh in 5 minutes range. Oh my god. Felvire sounds one of those people who likes to swim all nice. Do you do that, Felvire? Okay, going on. As far as the supplements had taken him, he would soon discover that his hospital bracelet has gone missing, not so mysteriously. I would come to find that he stopped taking the tablets completely, hiding them under his tongue, only to spit them out later. On top of that, he would entirely stop eating anything that we provided him. The next evening, I stopped by his room to once again check on him. Roland was yet again seated at his writing desk, his spine stiffly straight and his neck bent towards the window. A tray of food sat on the bed next to him, cold and uneaten. I scooped it up for him. You should really eat something, Mr. Boyle. Otherwise, they will have us give you a feeding tube. The food is much better, trust me. Look, I may or may not be a polar bear in disguise. No! That's pretty cute. We have a Shiba and a polar bear on chat. That's nice. And a wolf. He didn't acknowledge me, merely holding that gaze towards the greyish smear of asphalt outside. Processes like this were out of the ordinary, especially for patients coping with anxiety and severe depression. As I turned to report back on his state, a thin, whispered voice crept out of him. "It's coming." His lips were shaking. "What do you mean?" I asked, trying to dissect what he would just said. "What is coming?" "Hello, Hato! Welcome back! How are you doing? Are you alright? Because of yesterday? I hope you rested well." Kiba gave me a good reason to come. Uh-oh. Yes, I will finish this one and then I will start eating the sweets. So there's still time for the candy battle. But it was no use. He would return to silence, maintain the glazed stare out the window. Eventually, our conversation has ended. That same evening, a scream resonated down the halls. It was coming from Mrs. Boyle's room. Mr. Boyle's room. Co-hosted by the Flying Spaghetti Monster. Scary, scary time! Oh, praise the scary, scary! It's by this godly presence that we are provided with candies and scaries. I was the first to arrive, quickly bursting through the door and witnessing him flailing in his sheets. His hand clawed and grasped at nothing while his thick heels kicked helplessly about. Assessing the situation, I tried to talk him down first to calm his nerves behind the frenzied cries. He was unresponsive, lips curled back from his gums and his eyes screaming wildly in their sockets. Then, in a quick motion, his thrashing hands converged and closed around his throat, locking into a death grip. I moved to pry his hand off of him, trying to carefully break the chokehold he had on himself. Even with his throat being wrung in his own grip, a pressed scream still squeezed its way out. As his grip started to slacken, the howling was suddenly stopped and replaced by an irk sound. An irk sound! I don't know if this is an expression, but it sounds funny. Can you imagine Mr. Boyle, ork, like a seal? In scary fake transparency, yeah. God damn it, you fake PNG and you scary lies. 3 spoopy 5 me. I didn't realize we become a code for Pastafarianism. This is not a code of the Pastafarianism. It's just our co-host, don't worry. More like a gagging sound, Momochi. I see! I thought it was a seal sound, like who. How a seal does a sound? Honk, honk, or something like this. The telltale sign of someone about to retch. Not wanting him to vomit flat on his back, I moved to push his body to the side, all the while looking eagerly towards the doorway to see if more help had arrived. But as I turned back toward him, everything stopped. My heart increased to a dreadful acceleration. I tried to take a breath, but I couldn't. There's something so dark and different when an unspeakable shock hits you, like every nerve in your body, every sensory input to the outside world has suddenly been cut. Your voice is too brittle to speak. Your eyes are too afraid to close. Things, perhaps semblances of thoughts, beat desperately towards your brain, only to drown before reaching its surface. It had happened so quickly, I could only barely process the ghostly outline of Roland's face, or the sudden misshapen lump in his throat. Fingers, long, wet fingers were gleaming between his teeth, reaching outward from the dark, pink depths. What? There's fingers coming out from his throat? Or he's putting his fingers on his throat. A seal goes arf. Oh shit, food's here. Be back later. Have a good meal. Take care. As you goes Arf. So it's like Arf, Arf, Arf. I can't beat the others. She does the best seal sounds. No one heard anything. I hope. Oh wait, going on. They were bruised with blackish purple colors. Strings of shiny spittle stretched and snapped between their wriggling joints. A pungent bacterial odor reeked from their gangrene shapes. Roland's eyes rolled upward as his body heaved and let out a wretched gurgle. The things bent forward, curling over his face like a spider on his backside, and began to tug at his jaws, trying to pull them wider. Their jagged, split nails scraped across his chin, his cheeks, his nose, digging grooves into his flesh. The sound of footsteps entering the room brought me back. Another nurse had arrived. I peered once again at Roland's face, coated now in a webwork of flesh, bleeding wells. No fingers, not at all. Just be right back. Okay, I'm back. Together, the other nurse and I restrained Roland and safely injected him with a dose of B52, 2 milligrams Ativan, and 5 milligrams Haldol in one needle, 50 milligrams Benadryl in the other. With the collective effort of 3 different drugs coursing through his system, the struggles finally ceased. A lot of damage, the other nurse commented, surveying the marks on his face. We should have put him under long before this. I realized then the help was none other than Alec Barnes, the Weisenheimer. Whatever he said next never reached me. I would already left to get some ointment for Roland cuts. Now that's lots of damage! That's tons of damage! Poor Barn. What's his name? Bully. Roland. Poor Roland. He was attacked by the Brilliant King. I didn't sleep well that night, dozing in and out without any hope of catching a dream. Before long, I was awake and standing over the sink of the bathroom, both hands against the porcelain. Amidst the rubble of my thoughts, my brain was scavenging for answers, something that could explain what had transpired. But the answers came up short. There wasn't enough substance to it, not enough material to grasp onto. I could only imagine those fingers, their rotting paws, their twitching knuckles, jutting out of a man's mouth, trying to hoist an even larger something out of the tube of his throat. The image made my insides feel wretched and rolled a brief nausea around my belly. Absurd, I snapped back at the disgusting thoughts. Ludicrous, disgusting. Get a hold of yourself. God, I hate my hair being thin and shield the level from letting grow. Let it grow, let it grow? there, I just say fuck it and get a mullet next week just in time to go to Thanksgiving dinners with it. The bo- wait a minute. Let it grow. These hair never bothered me anymore. No. Ah, this hair never bothered me anyway. Eh. To give such a thing credence was unacceptable. It was a stressful moment, a fabrication of a rattled mind in a stressful situation. That is the end of the matter. No further discussion required. I gargled some mouthwash, clapped both hands against my cheeks, and said, "God damn, I am hot today!" and returned to bed, repeating the same determined tempo. But when I did finally fall asleep, there was no protecting my dreams. I was back there again, standing in Roland's room while his blurry shape screamed and writhed in the sheets. I tried to restrain him before he could harm himself, only to have my arms reel back on their own and grasp my throat instead. The last wisp of breath pulled out of me. In the pit of my gullet, something begins to move, crawling its way upward. I lunged forward, squeezing my eyes open and closed rapidly, trying to wake myself up. But it's no use. I can only react desperately as my head flops back and the thing inside my throat forces its arrival. My eye finds the wall, just my shadow spouts a new bucket of sparkly horrors. It should, it should if it's a mullet. Those things are glorious as well as they are disgusting. You mean that haircut where you have hair by the side of your cheeks? The up cheeks, not the down cheeks. Which cheeks? You know which one, King Iron. On this case. The next time I saw Roland in person, it was during his supervised access to the outdoor patio. It was to give patients an airy reprieve outside the ward. Flower pots hung from the fence that enclosed the space, along with a wall painted in a mural and a few basketball hoops. Mr. Boyle was adamant that I was the one to supervise him that day. The new scratches etched into his face had healed, breaking off into faded fractal patterns. He took a seat at one of the diamond blue benches and sucked in a deep breath of air. "Rain on its way, you can smell it." "Hopefully not before my drive home," I sighed, catching a whiff of it myself, the freshness just before a storm. He hummed passively, and after a short pause between us, popped the standard question. "You saw it, didn't you?" The question set a jolt up my spine, and even for a moment flashed on my face. He took notice of this, the liveliness in his voice kicking up an octave. "You did, didn't you?" What are you referring to?" I asked, rolling my shoulders back. He leaned against the thermoplastic backrest on the bench. Of the bench. "You are scared to admit it. I get it. I do too. I do. But neither of us can be so lucky to deny it." My eyes wandered the patio, looking rather self-consciously for anyone else around. We were alone. You're going to have to be more specific for me. I'm not quite following you. He started, watery eyes focused on me. I had to wait for you to see that before I could say anything. Otherwise, you would never believe me. I know you wouldn't. Then his split lips curled into a smile. But if you don't listen now, you won't know what you saw, and you will always be left to wonder. I think I learned 2 spooky lazy days to binge modded Darkest Dungeon. Oh, that's nice, Felf! Nice! I I didn't answer, but perhaps it was the absorbed look on my face that had queued for him to continue. It started with eyes, he said, pacing as if to mull over that fact. I love the texture of it. The feeling of crouching in between my teeth is tiny, cracking bait. It was one of the few things that could quell my anxiety, and when that wasn't enough, I turned to chewing on paint chips and sucking on coins for a good while. I was a very anxious boy, you see. A gust of wind whistled through the fence and bobbed the hanging flowers. His tongue lapped between his lips. I grew up in a wealthy home with wealthy parents. One of them was sweet as can be, while the other has emotionally aloof. Can you guess which one father was? He asked with a grin. The stereotypical provider who considered the financial support to our family enough to bond between us. Naturally, we weren't very close, as my tendencies intensified. He and Mother were thoroughly convinced that it was merely a phase. Don't ask me why it wasn't, I couldn't tell you. All I knew was that my cravings for the indicible only grew worse as I got older. I stayed silent and listened, not daring to say anything else to throw him off a point. I felt a responsibility to understand him. He would finally open up, no longer disappearing behind that flat stare out the window. Answers were best found during the low tide, after all. Surprisingly enough, I wasn't the one with compulsions in your household. Roland chuckled. Father was a collector, not for coins or old dust vinyl. He dabbled in other things. A canteen once slugged over the shoulder of a dead soldier, a worn nose used to break necks in the 15th century, even an ancient skull with half its dome cleft by some horrible means of torture. These were things that interested him, but to my mother's dismay, little pieces of the dark he enjoyed finding. I'm not even sure where he got his antiquated piano, but I know that every so often I would hear the same 2 keys get struck in the middle of the night. So, one day, while he and Mother were away on a business trip, I would snuck into his studio to look at the private collection myself. One of them caught my eye. A piece of jewelry that once belonged to a dead woman, said to have cursed her in an early death. I felt drawn to it, like an impulse had compelled me to believe that somehow it was mine, that belonged to me, so I swallowed it. A look of distress crossed him. I was scared that night, absolutely petrified that he would come back to find the ring missing out of his collection. Then, the following night, it has passed through me. I fished it out of my waist, cleaned it intensely, and returned it back to the collection unharmed. My father none the wiser, and I even put my waist there, besides my ring. It was a new addition to collection. Soon enough, I did it again, this time with the bone of the black cat used in a witch's hat. It had started to feel like a game, but soon become more of a ritual between us. He would bring something home, I would swallow it, even just a piece of it, wash off the blood, and stew as I passed it, and placed it back there. Sure, there may have been some pain and slicing just coloring here and there, but never enough to hit a dose. It felt good. Celestial even. Feather and I finally found something in common. We both had a liking for objects and doodles. His face then fell, becoming ghostly stoic as his voice lost its shape. When it became time for me to move out and on with my life, I had to put an end to our little game. He never did find out what I have been doing to his collection, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I wouldn't manage it, or so I thought. I ended myself off till then. But as time passed, I began to have strange thoughts about all those cursed haunted things, like how they had felt suddenly different in my hands after I passed them. Almost like the energy they once held was no longer there, like it had been left behind somewhere inside me. And what if all that energy, or whatever it was they had, was then left to brew and ferment over the years until it gestated into something else? Oh, it's a doodle monster! A doodle ghost! He rubbed a pale hand over his chest. Something that finally went out. As his voice finally trailed off into silence, I spoke up. What do you mean by what's out exactly? The glaze over his eyes had returned. I would like to go back inside now, please. That was the last and the longest conversations we would ever have together, and he was done sharing that day. I tried to stray my thoughts away from the conversation. It was too much to digest. For the rest of that day, I no longer felt like myself inside the world. Almost like the weight there had become too crushing, like something were about to crest over the rise, and I could do was brace for the impact I couldn't see. What happened next occurred on a late Sunday evening, 3 days after Roland Bowles' unshakable silence. I was making my usual rounds in the ward and stopped by to check on him. Kiba, can you do me a favor, please? Can you get me some water? I'm really dry. I need to get wet. I knocked 3 times, opened his door, and stepped rottenly inside. Roland was not in his bed or stationed at his usual spot at the writing desk. The door to his bathroom was inched slightly open, the sound of a sink running coming from inside. Hey, Mr. Boyle, just here to check on you. Is everything alright? I called. There was no answer. Mr. Boyle, are you alright? Still nothing, only the steady drawl of running water. Without warning, The bathroom door swung open, rebounding off the rubber stop and the rebounding again off Roland Boyle's body. He had blunted out backwards on his knees, both hands locked around his neck. His face was flushed into a darkish plum color. Heaps of foam dripped out of his mouth, rolling over his lips, which had gone blue. Tears streamed out of his eyes, which bulged from their sockets. Yay! Oh, that's good to hear, Norix. Welcome back. Maybe we are about to see the Doodoo monster. A single sound emerged from him, the gargle note of air trapped in his throat. Choking, my thoughts screamed, "He's choking!" I grabbed at him, spinning his body around as both of my arms locked around his waist. Never in my life had I performed the Hail Leech, but in that moment it was do or die. By the way he's talking, how is he's doing it, I can wonder the nurse grabbing Roland and spinning him around the room. Just to toss him away. I pressed hard into his abdomen with a quick upward thrust, practically lifting him off his feet. His body jerked back, but there was no luck dislodging whatever was inside his throat. The door opened. Someone else had heard the commotion. I looked feverishly toward them while administering another ineffective thrust. The other person was none other than Alec Barnes. Even amid a panic, I despised his presence there greatly. "What's wrong? What's happening?" he asked, which only infuriated me. "Choking!" I snapped, yanked at Miss Boyle back yet again. Hot blood coursed from my arms. I forced down a swallow, trying to wet my dry mouth. But in that same instant, with both my arms fastened around him, I had felt something peculiar. A sudden shift of his sides, an almost tumbling motion, far too pronounced to ignore. Love you, Momochi and chat. I am in the middle of working, so I come to say hi. Oh, hello, Pop Tart. Hello, welcome back. Good to see you. And we all love you, Pop Tart. I hope you are having a nice day at work. And Pop Tart giving me a treat. And a trick. Here we go. Back into the lucky number. You can rest, King Yayo. The lucky number stays. The Weisenheimer stepped back into my peripheral. "Let me do it. I can. I've got it!" I hissed at him, hoisting Mr. Boyle's body upward again, harder than I ever thought I could. His chest heaved as more strained gas came out of it. Bits of his spittle sloped over my arms. He then lurched forward in my grasp. It felt as though his insides had all decompressed at once, like an airtight container being popped off. His throat opened. He let out a watery scream of pain and retching. Somewhere near us, Alec made a noise, something that sounded like, "Oh God, dear God!" Something heavy hit the floor. Roland Boyle went limp in my arms. Alec Barnes let out a scream. Frantic movements skittered across the room like the sound of a fish flopping about a dock, followed by something being torn out of a wall. My eyes raced around, but the slew of everything at once had sucked out the blood from my brain, flushing its data. I checked on Roland, who had slumped over like a puppet in my arms. He was unresponsive, with his eyes staring blankly forward and his lips hanging loosely opened. I checked for his pulse and found no rhythm. Lying here on the ground, I landed both hands on top of the other and pumped until the strings of my wrist burned. Then I pitched his nose and forced end down his windpipe. It wasn't working. As I did this, my eyes traced the floor, following the thin film of blood and bile that trailed away from us. First to the bathroom, and then to the vanity, where the air vent below it now hung open, the right side of its grill pulled entirely of place. Alec Barnes was frozen in his spot. The shock that distorted his face was almost too vivid to be real, and even as more staff arrived, he still remained there, stricken with fear. Roland Bowl was pronounced dead by your medical examiner. The manner of death, an esophageal rupture. Several tears had perforated the walls of his throat, along with a dislocate jaw, entirely unhinged from his skull. We weren't yet sure what caused the rupture, as nothing could be traced other than the aftermath of ruined tissue. Rumors had floated around between staff of possible causes, but did not hold much water to them. Truth be told, not many of us knew how to handle the loss of a patient not otherwise terminal. As for as for what came for Alec Barnes, he would quit spontaneously and left without further notice. Tried as I did to pry information out of him, he dismissed me, shaking his head and repeating that he would say nothing. End of story. I could see the panic in his eyes, held back by two thin sacks threatening to tear at any moment. Not a single particle of self-importance left. Perhaps I have even felt the same way. That perhaps I did catch a glimpse of something that day. A grey slick of a shape pulling itself through the opened air duct, membranous, slug-like. But I must have heard those thoughts. Sort them out properly. Dissect them one by one. That is the only way I can help myself together. Yet, despite all this, the strangeness around our ward has continued to circulate. Patients have been claiming to hear something in the walls. Even some of our staff had reported it as well as quick, insipid scratching come from the ducts, to the point where they believe an animal is trapped up there. As many times as we have had the vents checked, there is still no proof for such a claim. I have heard it myself from time to time, sometimes even awfully close by, just on the other side of the duck's cover. But I do not peer inside. I do not even risk what I may see. The source of noises, the world's newest arrival. And that's the end. Oh my god, this one was pretty good. Be careful when we are around this world. You will meet the Doodoo monster. Ooh! And he will cover you in doodoo. Thank you very much for the suggestion. It was pretty fun. Yes. Wow, Blessed Save Dismas created 11 right now, and the enemy then below the left next time the first battle. Ah, Dismas! God damn it! And the highway, uh, the highwayman didn't appear again on my state. That's so sad. Yeah, I miss him. Just a minute. Let me open the door for Dogo. They are all afraid of dying. It was an accident. Anybody could have died. Eh. First 4 hits I took was dodged, although third round was hit chain. I couldn't beat it for no damage. Ah. Better luck next time, Felfire. So everybody, those were the creepy pasta, the scary skeddi. I hope you enjoy it. We just read 2 stories, but they are really fun. I think I never read it creepypastas before. Momochi, I think it's the time to eat candy. Hey, I'm not ending the stream. Come on. It's time for the candy now. Hey, don't end my stream. Let me take the candies. Let me count. I will take one type of each of them. Try not to sugar overdoses. No, I will not. I promise if I feel bad, I will stop, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it's almost the half of the bag. 5, 6. Oh my god, this frog is huge! I will not eat this frog. 7. 8. 9. 10. Sting for next 6 hours. Nyam 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 nyam. What type of candies? Those are jelly based candies. Let me take a photo. Let me show you. Just a minute. Where's this cord? Here it is. I wish I could throw the image to the stream just through the phone. It would be so much easier. Well, here. Save image. Oh my god, the photo is huge! Let me resize it. Oh, don't worry, don't worry. So I could, the photo is, upside down. But just for you, saplings have an idea how they are. Here. Those are the candies. There are some marshmallows, there are some gummies. There is no bubble guns. Yes, yes. Okay, okay. So this one is shaped like a spider. I think it was supposed to be a octopus, but looks like a spider. Let's see. Hmm. Oh my god, this is pretty sweet. So sweet. And sour. Wow. So sour and sweet. It's just like sugar. I don't know if you heard the crunchy. It's the sound of the sugar. Okay, okay. This one is shaped like a bone. It's red and white. Let's see. I put 10 candies on the plate, so I know how many I'm eating. Hmm. I'm not sure what this tastes like. It's just sweet. Momo eats bone social experiment gone. What do you mean? I usually eat my bones when I eat chicken. Okay, this one is marshmallow. Marshmallow are marshmallows. They are yummy and soft and so sweet. Mm. That's a good idea. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. I ate 3. I only ate 3. Wow. Okay. Okay, this. Oh god, I think I overate. Oh. Oh, poor Narex. Be careful. This one is shaped like a thief. It's a vampire thief. Mama's gonna feel me burning for this too. I'm not sure. Those candies, they just taste sweet. They don't have really a taste, right? Like, oh, this tastes like orange. This tastes like strawberry. No, this tastes like something just sweet, just sugar. It's not bad, but it's strange when you stop and think about it. Okay, this how many did I eat? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6. I ate 4. Oh, it's alright. Yeah. Okay. This one is shaped like a turtle. It's a red turtle with a white belly. Hello, Hato! Welcome back. I'm eating Halloween candies. Yes, yes. I'm counting down the counter when I eat one. So I will take this one that looks like a watermelon. It's basically a watermelon type. It's red, white, and green, but with sugar on it, coated with sugar. Mmm. Oh my god, this tastes like watermelon. Oh, what a witchcraft is this? It's sour. Ugh. Ah, my eyes. Well, it tastes like watermelon, but it's sour. Wow, it's so good. Did you just said water witchcraft? I mean, it's a watermelon shaped candy, so yes, a water witchcraft. Okay, now we have. I will take this one that's shaped like an egg. It basically is. There's the whites and the yellow part. I appreciate the pun. Yeah, yolk. Yolk? Yolk. It's funny. I know it's shaped like an egg, and if it had if it tasted like an egg, it would be weird. But I think this tastes like bubblegum. Yes, yes. Okay, I will take this one that's shaped like a pizza. Basically, there's the dough, yellow dough, and some green and red goo on top of it. Just look like a pizza. They are hard to eat. It doesn't taste like pizza. It's just generic sugar. Yeah. Next. There's a filled jam marshmallow too. Marshmallows are always the best. They have their own flavor. That's funny. Candy that doesn't taste like pizza. Outrageous, right? But I think if it tasted like pizza, it would be weird. Okay, the next one. Did I took out the counter? Oh no, I think it's alright. So this one is shaped like a Frankenstein head. It is a little bit greenish with red, I think. I'm not sure. Let's see. It has some feelings. normal, normal candy. Ah, that's not funny. Let me take more candies here from the bag. 3. 4. I took them in the worm. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. More 10. She loses count and just ends up eating the whole bag. I hope not. Yes. It was 100 bucks. 100 Brazilian bucks. It is a lot of candy. Oops. I can eat 8 McDonald's cheeseburgers. My eating capability would say otherwise. Oh my god, 8! Oh wow! I usually take the Big Mac because I really like the flavor. And it's pretty big. Let's see. Well, I will take this one that looks like a hamburger bun. Since we are talking about hamburgers. Yeah, this is like a normal candy, this one. Oh no! I think I lost the count. Don't worry, I will count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. More 10! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here we go! Let the the wars begin! While you are redeeming, I will eat here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, he will eat the leftovers. You're not wrong. Okay, I will take one. It's shaped like a star. It's so white and coated with sugar. Yep, it tastes like sugar. I wonder. I saw that there is the Harry Potter candy, like I forgot the name. It's the sweet from the movie. That it tastes like anything in the world. I really wonder how that tastes. I heard that there is one on the pack that tastes really that the taste is pretty nasty. and 2, and make it 3, and make it 4, and make it 5. Everybody likes to give me candies. I'm so pleased. Okay, best of luck with the stream. Thank you very much, Sage. Thank you for the treats. Okay, so this one, it's pretty hard. It's shaped like a strawberry. It's pretty cute. I wonder, is it hard? I'm sure. It's a little bit hard. And tastes like candle. The taste of this one is weird. Yeah, like a candle. Tastes like wax. I didn't like this one. It's so weird. Yeah. I'm not sure what it tastes like. Does that mean you have tasted a candle before? I mean, that's what I think how wax tastes like. Don't worry, I'm not addicted to eat candles. I don't eat them. I don't hide and eat candles. Don't worry. Wow, we are back to the 70s. Okay, let me eat more on the next one. This one's shaped like a worm. It has a pinky head and a blue body. Yum, yum, yum. This is one of my favorites. Is your throat okay? Yes, it is. I have some water here. The worm. It's a little a bit sour, and it tastes like sugar. It's basically sour sugar. It's not bad. I really like the warm ones. It's my favorite. I have bit my fair share of wax as well as Christmas lights. Oh, just add a little bit of wax on your plate, right? It adds to the taste. Time to see which runs out first, our points or your candies, right? I had to disappear briefly because I was pretty sure I was about to throw up. I didn't, but I might still so, yeah. Oh my god, Norux. If you're feeling bad, go lay down a bit. Eating too much, it's pretty bad. So yeah, take care, Norux. So the next one is shaped like a circle, a donut, yes. It is red and pink and coated with sugar. Yes. This one tastes like a strawberry, coated with sugar. Lots of sugar. A little bit sour. Mm. This reminds me, there's a candy, a Japanese candy that the it's a yeah Japanese candy that it's a lemon candy that it's so sour, but so sour that you can't um keep it in your mouth for I think 1 minute. I don't know who likes that. I know that people likes to give that candy just to prank other people, but truly eating that, I don't know. So this is another turtle. It's colored red and blue. It's a Pokemon turtle, and the belly is white. Oh, that tastes like that. Yeah, yes, really tastes like that. Hmm. It seems that the color doesn't change the flavor. Yep, it's the same um mm, sugar flavor. Yes. Okay, the next one, it's shaped like a heart, or maybe a peach. If you see it upside down, and it's half red and orange, and it's coated in sugar. Mm, wow. The first taste tastes like a peas, and after this tastes like peach. Yeah, not my favorite. Peaches are better when they are fruits, not in candy shape. Okay, next one is shaped like an apple. An apple, and it's green. Sugar coated green apple. Hmm. Hmm. Kind of reminds me of green apple, but that's it. I mean, I don't know. Well, they really had all kinds in that bag, huh? Yes. I took every kind of variety that was in the store. Peachy rings are a top tier candy though. Ah, really? I never heard about this one. What are peachy rings? Let me see. Ah, be right back. I need to go to the bathroom. damn it! So, what I was saying is, there is something that looks like that peach ring, but the one that I tasted tastes like tastes like strawberry. So yeah, I don't think they're the same. Okay. This one is shaped like a Coca bottle, and it kind of have the same color. Let's see. Tastes like a cola. Cola with much more sugar. I mean, cola already have sugar, right? Lots of sugar. Cola gummy. Yes. Wow. It's really sour. Oh, my eyes. Well, for my favorite was blue raspberry rings. Ah, that sounds yummy. Raspberry here is pretty expensive, so we don't have many products made with raspberry. Truth is, raspberry is something only rich people get around here. For five. Let me see what's here. There's a ring that's colored. Maybe this is a peach ring. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7. I think that's all the varieties. Oh, there's the strawberry here. Let me take this. Look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I just need 2 more. I think I will wait to the spicy one. Oh, there's another teeth coated sugar. I think this is different. Okay. Yeah, I will take the spicy one as the. I will take the spicy one here. Don't worry. Let me put this here. Okay. Martin! This one is shaped like a raspberry, and even have the little balls. It's a white one. It's a raspberry. How's that called in English? Oh no! This is a blackberry. It was supposed to be a blackberry, but I don't know how a blackberry tastes like. I think oh no, I know. Yeah, it's almost like a blackberry. Yes. Not bad. Yes, this one is one of my favorites too. I really love this one. Okay, next one. This one is shaped like a banana. It's yellow and it is sugar coated too. Oh, another treat. Okay. Hmm. The banana flavored one is pretty good. I love this one. And and another takeout. Okay, I will take the teeth shaped one. How is that in English? Wait a minute. Mm. Google is saying that this word is danger. Is it right? Hmm. It tastes like almost the same as the other one. So no, so let's get going. Uh, I think the bag is almost at the half. Oh my god, the music is so tense. Is it because I'm eating out the candies? Okay, okay. Next one is let's see, which one should I take? I will take the no. I will eat the banana, so I will take this. There is this one that it's a lemon shape. It's yellow and coated with sugar. Hmm. 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 You know, this tastes like cleaning products. Yeah, this is like a cleaning product. That ones that you use on the toilet. Wow, this one's terrible. Wow, I hated it. Ah. Okay, I will take a good one next. This one, this is shaped like the corn candy that is pretty famous on Halloween, but instead of the white and yellow color, this one is colored with l- it's pink. Yeah, pink and white, and tastes like strawberry. This is one of my favorites. I really love this candy. And it's pretty soft and tastes like yogurt. Strawberry yogurt is very good. My life is made with this candy. I love this one. So, next one. This one is shaped like a skull. It's pretty ugly. And it's red and white. Let's see. Mm, it's filled with something. Hmm. They have the same taste as the Frankenstein one. Not so good. I still love my strawberry one. Hmm. Want some mint? You mean M&M's? Or means of means? Okay, this one is shaped like cherries. It even have the stems and the cherries. I will eat stems today, yay! Hmm. Hmm. Doesn't really taste like cherries. Just a little bit. Hmm. Yep, just a little bit. Hmm. It's not so bad, but not my favorite. It's a little bit sour. Oh, the sourness is attacking. Oh. Oh my god. Now it tastes like strawberry. Strawberry, no. Cherry. Oh my god, the sourness is attacking me. Oh my eyes. The hard part about the sour is the eye starts to itch. So weird. Okay, next one, next one. This is a witch head. Witch shaped head. It's green with red. We just see there is a feeding. Oh, what's this feeding? I think the feeding is just a jello, a hard jello. Oh, this thing is ugly. This reminds me when I was little. There was those candies that were basically chocolate sticks, but they sold them as cigarettes. Chocolate cigarettes. It was not to smoke because it was basically chocolate, but they sold as they were like cigarettes. And then remember when I was eating those chocolate cigarettes, I always mimic the movement that I was smoking with those chocolates. Yeah, marketing is always bad. It's always bad. Oh my god. Oh my god, this was a little bit sour too. Ah! Oh my eyes. Okay, the next one. This looks like the something that Felvair was talking about. The peach rings. Because it's colored like the image I was looking. So let's see. It's sour! Oh my god, it's so sour. Ah! Why everything is so sour? My life is sour now. Oh, help! This is not a candy. This is sourness in the format of candy. Oh. Oh my god. Ah. Now that reminds me of that Japanese candy. Ah, it's almost the same, but not the same. It's worse than this, but it was really sour. Ugh. Okay, now I'm going for the worst one. This is shaped like a pepper, and it was written that this is spicy. So let's see what I have done with myself. Okay, okay, that's it. Oh my god. Ah! Wah! Oh my god! Ah! Oh. Ah! Too spicy! This is Korean levels of spicy. Oh my god. What I have done? It's horrible. Ah. Okay, okay. Note to myself and everyone: never buy spicy candy. It's not good. Thank you so for the redeem. I will eat something sweet just to take this flavor from my mouth. Oh. That's why they start sending it in another bag. It was terrible. I'm okay. I'm okay now. That was terrible. Oh, okay, chat. I'm looking here. There's still too much sweets, and I already feel pretty much full. I don't think I can eat any candy right now. Sorry. But okay. Oh, thank you for the pet. We have defeated you. Yes, you have defeated me. I surrender. I surrender, chat. It's not today that I could win against chat. It's, but it's okay, because you didn't have reached for the 4,120, so you could ask for a dare. Ha! So yeah, I think we both win today, right? Okay, everyone. Since I couldn't eat all the sweets, I will think of something for makeup for it. Okay? Don't worry. And I think and I will end the stream right now. Yes. So thank you very much for joining me today. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed the stream. The scary scaries, and all the candies. If I could, I would give you chat the candies. So yeah. So thank you very much, and let's see who should we raid, right? Alright, if you have any suggestions for who should we raid, please feel free to say. I thought there was someone online, but he's not. Let's see. God damn it! God damn it, ads! Ah! I think I will hate Isengard. They are cool. Okay, so thank you very much, everyone. Have an awesome weekend, an awesome day and night, and an awesome Halloween. Thank you. Bye bye, and stay peachy. Bye bye. Happy Halloween.
So, with that said, bum ba-dum bum ba-dum bum. What? Momochi Tsutsuji! Holy crap! Thank you for the raid. Welcome, raiders. We're just about to go. We are just about to go, Momochi. I appreciate that. How'd you find me, Momochi? And guys, big and amazing shout out and welcome.